Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here, and we're going to do another beer review. Thank you very much for joining us. If you've just found us here on YouTube, like, share and subscribe to this channel. Got some good up and coming things coming house music wise. Found some new ways of maybe trying to record a set and hopefully upload it. I'll also be giving you some ideas on where to get your house music from, whether you're a DJ, whether you're just a fan of music, and if you want to explore something new, we'll tell you that shortly as well, coming up on this channel. Right, okay, we are doing another beer review, and in the words of that really old famous love song, baby it's cold outside, and it is, it's cold. We're actually having a winter for once. It's blooming freezing, so it's that time where you go for the darker side of beers. So I know this is the Hop House, we like hoppy beer, but hoppy beer can also be in a darker format, people. Yes, it can, in terms of your stouts and your porters and your rubies and things like that. So we're going to look at a few dark beers today. Okay, you with me? Like it. Okay, so today's beer it's an oldie but a goodie, but in a sort of revamped form, I suppose, if you like, although it says it's the original. So what we're looking at today is this. It is Guinness. It is Guinness Original Stout. It's the original Extra Stout in a bottle form, 500ml bottle. It has the good old Guinness harp on the bottle cap there, and this is coming in at 4.2% ABV. So we'll go ahead and get it out, stick it in the glass, and we'll look at the appearance. Surely everyone knows what Guinness is. It's mainly in can form now. You can also get the, I think, West Indies Porter and the export strength Guinness, which is, rather than this white label here, it's like the black label like the cans, but it's like export strength. I will review that on the channel another time, just haven't got any in at the minute. So, into the glass she goes. Everyone knows what Guinness looks like. It looks dark, dark and dark again. It's a stout. It's the probably the most famous stout, known all over the world, and that is a pretty good idea of what Guinness looks like, people. It's black, it's very dark, it's dark all the way through, so it's a good example of a stout. You can't see any light bleeding through, and it has a sort of off-white to tan coloured head. It's actually holding the head all right. And you know, I've had mixed feelings about this Purity beer glass and the heads that it keeps, but that seems to be pretty good. Well, without further ado, we get that into there. We're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Oh yeah, it does smell very stouty, very rich, some sort of coffee, espresso aromas coming through. You can smell the roasted malt. You can really tell it's got like roasted barley, roasted malt in it. You can smell it in abundance, and it smells like a really strong espresso coffee. Really rich, really dark and decadent. And the head is now starting to go a little bit. I still think it's this glass. So there you go, that's what it smells like. It does smell like a cold cup of coffee. It does smell like an espresso. It smells very... It's got the smokiness as well, which you tend to find in darker beers, your ports and your stouts and porters, should I say. Like it. Okay, so bottoms up, down the old hatchet. Ooh. It tastes like Guinness, normal Guinness you get on the draft. It's not as creamy, and it's much more bitter. The back end is really quite bitter. So the initial taste you get, it actually tastes rather fizzy. So the bitterness goes along the side of the tongue, but fizz sort of comes on top of it. There is an initial sort of really tangy espresso taste. Really tiny. You can taste the sort of earthiness that'll be the roasted malt, and there's a little tinge of the espresso taste on there, and then it rolls to the back of the tongue and it stays on the back end. That is quite some interesting bitterness on the back end. It's really quite nice. It honestly smells like espresso. That's lovely. That's much better than Guinness from cans. It really is. It's got more to it. It's got more bite to it. Like I say, it's not as smooth as you get the Guinness on draft. It's not as smooth as you get the Guinness on cans, which is meant to be the draft Guinness. But this is a lot more bitter. It is a bit fizzy on the tongue, which is kind of strange, but it's very bitter. It's very decadent. It's just a bit dirty. It's quite dark and dirty. I like it. It doesn't really say much on the back. Just got a big barcode. It says Guinness Original, and it tells you 100 millilitres of alcohol equals 35 calories. So the whole bottle is 177 calories for that. Not as bad as I thought it'd be, actually. I thought it'd be much higher than that. That's not too bad. The original, it doesn't really say much else about it. There's very, very, very little information on the bottle. It's just a Guinness Original Extra Stout, dark and lively. That's a really good description. I said it was dark and a bit dirty, and with it being fizzy on the tongue, yeah, it probably is a bit lively. I'm trying to get the head back a bit now. Oh, it does smell. Really, it's quite peppery. Actually, now I've swirled it around a bit. It's like espresso. Someone's got an espresso, let it cool down, and then shook a load of pepper in it. And that's how it smells. Interesting. Okay, so this is available in most supermarkets as part of the 4 for £6. I think I got this from... It's either Asda or Morrison's, but it was in the 4 for £6. Those that do it, I think Tesco do it as well. They also sell it in B&M, because I saw it in B&M. I think it's about £1.79 a bottle in B&M. So it's a little bit more expensive, but if you just want the one bottle, it might work out cheaper, because although this is 4 for £6, if you buy it individually, it's usually about £1.80 something. Depends on each supermarket. Go get some Guinness Original Extra Stout. So thumbs up from me. I like that. It was totally different to what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a lot like the Guinness Draft, which is a lot smoother, less bite to it. This really does have a lot of pepperiness, and then the bitterness on the back end is a bit smokier as well. Well, I say, if that's how they used to brew Guinness, they should carry on brewing it like that. Excuse me. Much more interesting. Alright guys, thumbs up from me, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one when we carry on our dark day of beers. Ciao for now, people.